Ladies and gentlemen, in walks our hero, the protagonist of thousands of lives, and this evening, the white coat legend, Dr. Prakash Kumar Hazra. Can we give him a huge round of applause, please? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chintamani Chitle from Mankind Pharma, and I welcome you all to this red-lettered day in the history of pharma industry, where science meets art, where the real-life hero meets reels. So, a small anecdote about movies. Movies came in somewhere around 1890s, so you are a movie buff, and somewhere in 1920s in India. But even today, if you Google search a documentary on exemplary life of a doctor, you'd seldom find anything, or you'll almost find nothing. And this needs to change. With this purpose and this intent, we at Mankind Pharma presents to you White Coat Legends. Thank you so much. No auspicious occasion begins without the lamp lighting. Hereon, I would like to invite Ms. Sakuntala Mitra, Dr. Tapan Hazra, Dr. Prakash Kumar Hazra, and Mr. Atish Majumdar to do the honors, please. Asato ma sadgamayam, tamso ma jyotirgamayam. Let us move from unreal to real, from darkness to light. Thank you so much for the honors, sir. Ma'am, please take your seats. Sir, going ahead, we have a small message from our MD, Vice Chairman, Mr. Rajiv Juneja, on this whole initiative and how it came to be. Can we please play the message?
Good morning, Namaskar, sir. My name is Rajiv Juneja. Thank you very much for coming in this function. I represent Mankind as Managing Director and Vice Chairman. From core of my heart, I say thank you very much for sparing so many days for Team Mankind in creating this film of yours. And there is a purpose for creating this film. There is an incident involved with this. Many years back, some very famous scientists came to our hometown, and I wanted my son to join me in the function. But he said he did not want to join because as per him, function would be boring. The same way my son wanted to go to a function with me in which a film star was coming and a cricketer was coming. Image of a great professional, a scientist, was different than the image of a cricketer. So that particular day, this idea came that we should do something which can really create a bigger image, better image. What these scientists, these great people, in our case, great doctors, master of the craft, they have done something great for the service of humankind, for medical science, for the patients, for society as a whole. So keeping that in mind, we try to build something on that. We hired the services of best of the professionals and tried our level best to make it world class. and hope that you would like it, your family would like it, your friends will like it. That's our endeavor. In Mankind, on one side, sir, we always want to promote very aggressively the science side, the medical science to doctors, and we just want that whatever latest things are happening in the field of medical science, that should be propagated. At the same time, because our name is Mankind, company's name is Mankind, we cannot forget the human side. Uh, the kindness is always there. So we always believe that whatever a personality becomes, whatever you have become, there must be so much of contribution of your whole family. Your parents, your wife, your kids, your teachers, your colleagues, they too must have contributed. Your friends must have contributed a lot. So, with this film, the help of this film, we have tried to create some kind of a memory in which we could really showcase you as the hero which you actually are. Uh, we don't know, I mean, how much we have succeeded, but we always believe in karma. We have tried our level best. Team Mankind have done the best possible thing. Their intentions were great. Their trying were the highest level, and hope that you will like it. So thank you so much, sir, for coming here. Thank you to your whole family. Thank you to the friends. Thank you to the doctors for coming here. We are just grateful and hope that you will like the film, you like the hospitality of Team Mankind. Thank you so much and have a great year ahead, sir. Thank you very much.
May I now invite Mr. Atish Majumdar, Senior President, Mankind Pharma, for the welcome note.
Good evening, everyone. Okay. I welcome you all to this one-of-a-kind evening where real meets real. You know, we see our heroes every day, and we tend to see them on screen, but in our day-to-day interfaces, interactions, we miss the real heroes. Today, this evening, we celebrate a hero who is in our midst today, and on behalf of Mankind Pharma, I welcome Dr. K Hazra, his wonderful family, and all his friends to this very, very special evening. We all know Dr. Hazra is one of the most respected interventional cardiologists in the country today, not only in Calcutta. And to his name, he has many, many firsts. And if you had just seen the trailer, you would have also seen the journey that he has traveled. A journey which we hope to represent through the movie that we have made. But before I really talk about it, I think I'll take this opportunity to tell you a bit about who are we, why did we do this, and what we hope to achieve with this. Firstly, Mankind is a completely Make in India company. We have 98.5% of our business right from India, which makes it one-of-a-kind pharma company. But more than that, if one were to look at the financials, today we are a $1.5 billion company. But more than that, you know, our story has always been about understanding India. And when we started about 27 years back, it was about understanding what people need in India. We bought in the most affordable drug, made it accessible, and brought in the best quality. In fact, today, you know, in the last 2 years, we have launched about 143 brands with DMF grade. Why do I tell this to you? Well, DMF grade basically means drugs that have been approved for marketing in the US, right? And somehow, for years as Indians, we exported everything that we made. Everything that we made unique or special, somehow we had this huge fascination to send it abroad. We even went to the extent of sending the best brains outside. But nevertheless, for us as a company, the vision was to bring the best that is there in the world and see to it that patients, you know, who are our fathers, our mothers, our cousins, get the best medicine that is available in the world. Not the best soap is all right, but the best medicine should be made accessible. And this, in many ways, is our story. You know, we say at Mankind, we serve life. And I don't think there's a bigger way to serve life than to make your medicines affordable for patients and give them the best quality. And that's what we have all been about for all these years. At the same time, we draw our inspiration. Today, like I said, we are a $1 billion plus enterprise. We have 23 manufacturing sites, most of them FDA approved. We have more than 800 scientists working in our R&Ds. And we have at least 2 NCs, which is a new chemical entity, new drug which can help meet unmet needs. You know, this is what we do every day. But why do we do it? We are inspired by our doctors. Everything that you see in Mankind today is but a story of the inspiration that we draw from our doctors. And you know, day in, day out in the pharma industry, we go and meet doctors. We see the struggles. We see the challenges, you know. People tell many things about doctors through different medias, but ask us in the industry. We see people who selflessly work for their patients, who have tremendous constraints, and yet every day aspires to see that in spite and despite those constraints, bring the best in medical science, bring the best care to the patient. And believe me, ask every pharma colleague of ours, and they will stand testimony to this. As a society, I think we need to respect our doctors more, and that is a thought that led to the manifestation of Docflix. Docflix is our OTT platform, and I think Chintamani will talk to you about it, but there is a QR code over there where you would be able to access this. This is mainly a website for doctors, a OTT platform for doctors, but the whole idea is to also really tell you about what the man is behind the doctor, the man of science that we know about. It's not only about science, but the wisdom of science that is there in this platform. So this is why we did it, because we really wanted people to know who their real heroes are. Today, you know, today, globally, people fight a different war. We no longer fight to, we do know what's happening in Russia, but people don't want to go to some other country and stay there, like conquer something, you know. Today, the biggest challenge human beings face is from within the body. And it is heroes like this who help us fight the biggest challenge today that we see. And a small virus, just about 3 years back, told us how important our health is. Having said that, this evening is not for mankind. This is someone who serves mankind. So I know Sir about 24 years, and today, while I was coming to the venue, there were so many things that was coming by, you know. Few things I will share with you. One is a man who's always respected people. Not now, long time back. You know, every time we went and met him, in his very busy schedule, he always made you feel like a human being. And I can't think of a bigger trait as a hero than this. He's been a person, and I can relate to you many such stories. One of them, he always says, you know, and I think he said a line here, when he said that every time someone hurts you or humiliates you, or perhaps does not give you the acknowledgement that you deserve, you need to turn that around into something very, very positive. And I remember a story, you know, where he was invited as a cardiologist to check a certain patient. We'll skip the name of the patient, but nevertheless he went there, you know, and those days he didn't have a very good car. And they just would not allow him. And 15 years later, when he goes in with his new car, which you just kind of saw it, and he's just welcomed and a parking spot is there for him. Traveling this journey with humility, with great respect for people, is what is the story of Dr. Hazra. You know, his achievements are there for everyone to see, many firsts, been associated with multiple technological initiatives, you know, and we were just taking a cup of tea, and I was telling Sir, you know, what has fascinated me about you is that today we know medical technology is a very, very big business where engineers combine with doctors to bring you point-of-care drugs, devices, and diagnostics. But Sir, you know, for quite some time, has been someone who has been tremendously leaning in towards technology. He just kind of loves it, and you must go online and sometime check about the work he does in artificial intelligence. The other day, one day he called me and he gave me an idea, and I said, look, let me come back to you. It was a Sunday afternoon, And then I asked some of our colleagues and consultants about this, and Sir said, and when they told me about it and I came back and talked to Sir, it was like an ideation which could lead to a company. That's how he is, and that's how we know him. I can only say, Sir, you have touched and made a difference to million hearts during your journey as a doctor. Today at Mankind, all of us have put in our best to see that we can touch your heart. And I hope you like what you see. And we have made it with all the love, care, and respect that we could garner as human beings. Thank you so much, sir. It's a true, true honor for all of us at Mankind that we get to be a part of this evening. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, Atish sir, for your invaluable insights on our intent of capturing such inspiring journeys. Like Atish sir mentioned about Docflix, it's an OTT platform for doctors. And post today's event, the documentary and the trailer will be live on Docflix by tomorrow. Yeah. So what is Docflix? Can we just have a quick glimpse? So without further ado, everyone waiting for the movie? Yeah? Can we have a huge round of applause for Dr. Hazra before we start the movie? All right. Can you please dim the lights and begin the movie?
I never shy away from showing off. Showing off is not everybody's cup of tea. I'm just like a wild weed. If you cut it, you grow more.
I have almost 2,000 DVDs, and all these DVDs one must watch before they die.
He lives the life king size.
आज ये सोच के बहुत अच्छा लगता है जो एक पुराना साइकिल के लिए 6 भाई भागता था, आज उसका बेटा मर्सिडीज चढ़ता है, BMW चढ़ता है.
We used to study in kerosene lamp. There were crises many times, food crises, the drought, the flooding, bad crops. We are lucky that we could survive. I was very inquisitive what was there inside the machine. So I used to break and used to repair. If somebody humiliates you, don't react to that humiliations. Rather, you try to go into introspection that why. So the first time in PGI history that somebody who had just finished a day before MD medicine got selected into DM cardiology.
Even during a lunch session, he is with the stethoscope.
He's selfless.
He knows when to take that risk.
আমি ওকে ভগবান বলি মনে করি, ও আমাদের কাছে দেবতা ভাই বোনদের কাছে. एक इंसान के अंदर जो क्वालिटी होना चाहिए उसके अंदर है. काइंडनेस, करेज, इंटेलिजेंस.
He is our hero. He will be our hero.
দাদা গ্রামের ছেলে, গ্রামের মতনই জিজ্ঞাসা করে, গ্রামের মতনই থাকে, গ্রামের মতনই ডাক্তারি করে।
Did we like it? Yeah? Once again, can we have a huge round of applause for Dr. K Hazra? So before the feelings kind of settle down and you again become the, immovable, unshakable Dr. Hazra, can we please have you on dais, wherein, we'd like to hear from you about your journey. Guys, please, a huge round of applause again. Can you have the mic, please?
Thank you very much, my daughter, Ahana, my wife, Shravanti, and the beautiful lady, Shokuntala Di, who gave birth to my child, Ahana. My friends, my family's in-laws sides, the staff of AMRI, Shushmita, Shumona, my staff in Apollo Clinic, South City friends, Prashantada, and many patients whom I operated. And I'm really indebted to their love and affection has really benefited me continue this journey, a tedious journey. Sometimes it's painful, but sometimes gives a lot of happiness. My cath lab staffs and all my friends. I'll not take much time, and thanks for coming. And when they approached me, they said, look, why should I be a part of propaganda? Then say, sir, what's wrong? I mean, we have searched you in Google, we have searched you in Facebook, etc., all the social media, LinkedIn, Twitter, and you were everywhere. And nobody has talked about anything negative about, in the clinic Google review, there is some negative marking, they have used thrown up papers, tear papers, unnecessary papers. That is the only negative thing about you, that you hardly spend time with the patients, 2 minutes. And some people say, he can diagnose in 30 seconds. Why you should spend 2 minutes with the patient? If he can diagnose the disease and a problem of yours and he can cure you in 30 seconds, he's such a brilliant doctor. So those kind of reviews, and they chose me from the eastern part of the country. And even then I said no, because there are a lot of things like which I have spoken. It was a private kind of talk. It was censored. It's kind of showing off. So I just said, Charlie Chaplin in one of his books, he said, I'm just like a wild weed. More you cut, more I grow. So that means if I show up something, I'm sure most of the people who like it, if they are not good friend, well-wisher. And there is a human mind that if I'm wearing a very costly blazer, or, if I see Anand's marriage, Reliance Ambani's marriage, I shut it off. I watched all the marriage ceremony for 30 seconds, 20 seconds. I said, look, there's so much of wealth and they spend so much of money for show up, which Rihanna doesn't deserve, which other players do not deserve. But just because he's Anand's wife, they spend so much. So this is a kind of, he has earned for his son's marriage. Let him be. So he has every right to show up. But as a doctor, if I show up many things, I should show up my skill, my cure of the patients. The complication rate should be as low as possible. So this, during childhood, my journey, you must have watched that. Definitely I am coming from village. And 1975, Mujibur Rahman was killed. And that is the day when I got a electric bulb in my house. And that bulb actually brought light in my life. That brought life, reading the books properly. And you can read even in the night time. So this kerosene lamp story, even in kerosene was not available every day. So my mom used to give me 2 rupees or 3 rupees coin, go and buy the kerosene. So that kerosene sometimes, in the farming, if you really want to keep the thieves away from the crops, like stealing their crops, you have to go with the lantern. No man is there, but only lantern is there. If the lantern is there, the thieves will think there must be a man behind the lantern. So that's kind of sharing that small milliliter of kerosene. And when the bulb came, that actually brought the educations to my village and to me. The other stories you have heard, and it's a humble beginning. This is the blessing of people, blessing of Didi like Shakuntala Di, my wife, my daughter. There is always a kind of jhagda every husband-wife has, but she gave me a beautiful child, Lahana. So I'll tell you one small story what Ahana is. So one day I was going to US. So I used to stay in Tower 1 South City. And I used to tell her every day a bedtime story. I mean, Ram, Sam, Jodu, Modu, Blana, Blana, it's all made up, never in the books. But she used to love it. And Baba, so are you going to tell me another fake story tomorrow? Well, yes, even it is fake, but I love it. So one day I said, Baba, tomorrow I'll be flying to US and my flight will take over from the airport and fly over South City. And gradually you'll see that I am getting smaller, smaller and smaller, a dot. I'll disappear in the sky. After 30 seconds, he said, when you're coming back? I said, after 7 days or 10 days. Then when you come back, will you fly over South City? You'll become bigger and bigger and bigger and ultimately become my dad once again on Calcutta airport. Yes, 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 yes. So those kind of analytics intelligence she has got from my gene. So everything is a God gifted. You know, I'm nothing in front of you. So there is a beautiful song recently trending, Chor, just Chor. So काल रात को मेरा घर में एक चोर आया. चोर आके मांगा सब कुछ दे दे. बोला मेरा राम भी ले ले, शाम भी ले ले, सब कुछ ले ले. मेरा दिमाग भी ले ले, मेरा जो पेन है सब कुछ ले ले. मेरे को कर दे आजाद. So at the end of the day, in life, you know, only thing will remain your love and affections of the people, your respect, your dignity. Try to serve humanity as far as possible, as far as honest as possible, as ethical as possible. Money is secondary. If I don't earn good money, I don't call myself as a very good doctor, very innovative doctor. So money will come automatically. 27 years, 75% of patients I see free of cost. Even that 20% gives so much of money, money will come automatically for a good doctor. So I'll end with a small story of Tarmuj, watermelon I shared many times. So what is society? What is the next generation will be? So there is a small village in Pune, and that village used to cultivate big watermelon, you know, saucy, juicy watermelon. And those farmers, they used to bring those watermelons back home. The biggest size, the best size, used to get exported or used to get sold in the market because the farmer's wife will get, or the farmer will get the best money after selling those large watermelon. As a common Hindu wife or husband-wife or the family's tradition is to keep the smaller size of watermelon, less saucy, less juicy, less, you know, the meat containing watermelon for your child, and the smallest size for your wife. And what happened, you know, if you have thousands of watermelon, and those small watermelon seeds used to go back to the field again for sowing again, so that the next watermelon, I'm just exaggerating things a little bit. So my mama is sitting here, mommy is sitting here, they probably know this story, I've shared many times. So what happened, the bigger watermelon in that same soil got smaller, smaller, and smaller one day, and after 2-3 decades, the watermelon became so small, nobody was buying that watermelon from that village. So moral of the story is, you have to keep your best seeds for the next generations. You have to show your best seeds and keep it and sow it again and again and again, so that that same thing is getting repeated. So if you're a good doctor, good engineer, good technicians, good artist, good entrepreneur, keep your best knowledge and pass it on to the next generations, so that the society, when you are not there, will get the same seed, and from that plant, from that Mother Earth knows Mother Earth knows that if he gets the best seed, she will produce the best plant on this planet Earth. So try to give it back. Don't keep everything for yourself. It is our duty to produce next generation, because when you're ill, when you're sick, these are the people who take care of you. When you have an accident on the road, you cannot get up from the road. Somebody will come and help you. So he has to be physically strong, mentally strong, and morally correct and ethical. And he is a good citizen. With that note, I look to thank you for once again for coming. Please enjoy the dinner, but we'll have some more programs, small programs. We'll take another 10-15 minutes. Thank you.
Sir, please, I would request you to be on stage for a few more minutes. The dais is actually yours. May I request Mr. Atish and Mr. Altamash to please come on stage and felicitate, sir. Can we please have the trophy? Guys, please a huge round of applause. A huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Ma'am, sir, if you can just stay on the stage for some more time. If you can stay on the stage for a moment. Can I also request Miss Ahana to be on stage? Can I have Miss Ahana on stage? Guys, a huge round of applause again. So I'm sure your family played a very important role in paving a path to your success. So may I request you to now felicitate ma'am and Miss Ahana for being there. So if you can felicitate Ahana and ma'am for being there in your journey. Yes, sir. Sir first. So like you mentioned, your story would be incomplete without the people in your life. May I call upon Dr. Sakuntala Mitra on the dais to share her experience.
Good evening, everybody. What can I say after watching this film? It's a really heart-touching story of a boy who had a vision. He's a very hard-working person and most dedicated professional person I've ever seen. So we are so lucky to have you in AMRI. Thank you, Prakash.
Can we now have Miss Debodruti Dasgupta on the dais, please?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Debodruti Basu, sir. And good evening, sir. God couldn't be everywhere, so he sent doctors like Dr. K Hazra. Can we have a big round of applause for sir? Prakash Kumar Hazra. As I was watching this nice documentary, as an audience, I would like to mention, sir, it is really a motivational journey. Because I feel two things touched me as an audience. First is you care for community. Today, many people pursue this profession just for money, but you made it man first. It's man-making, building nation that can bring money. And of course, as doctor fraternity, I think that's a very, very important message. And the second thing is nativity. You never forgot your roots. Every one of us should remember that maybe we can go to the zenith of success, but root is very important. So from you, we have learned a lot of things. You had been a student leader, and so are you even today. Wherever you go, you make a fan followers around you who would look up to you not just as a medical practitioner, but for various tenets of life. You had been a learning legend for them. Again, ladies and gentlemen, please have a round of applause for such a personality like Dr. Hazra, whose community love for passion, art, music has touched everyone's heart. And yes, sir, time is precious. We have learned this just now from this life-touching documentary. So I would not take much of your precious time. But I'm sure after this, you'd like to have apples as many as we like, but that won't take the doctor like Dr. Hazra away. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks for saving countless life, igniting spark, and without a golden heart, I'm sure you could never have been such a phenomenal journey as a cardiologist, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for your words. Now, can we have Ms. Ahana on stage? Would like to hear from you.
Hi, guys. So, my dad's a big shot, as you all know. We can tell we're all in this room watching his movie, right? But you all don't know the sacrifice that goes behind, like, being a man like him. Like the countless hours that I've waited on my dad. And I've called him and I've asked him, where are you? And he's like, OT. And the countless birthdays that he has been late to because he's working. And when I was a kid, it used to matter a lot that, where's my dad? We're cutting the cake, where is he? And he used to be late because he's cutting someone else open instead of the cake. That's fine, that's all right, because he was saving lives. And in some way, he saved mine too, because he's inspired me a lot. I cannot be ordinary anymore. I cannot live in my dad's shadow. I gotta be bigger than him, because I can't be Dr. Hazra's daughter anymore. I have to be more than that. And that's kind of cool, I guess. And the best part about him is that he's so selfless that, even though he's sacrificing so much, he does not go around telling people that, oh, my daughter's at home, it's her birthday. No, he will do his work. He will go after his OT and his patients. And even his anniversary, he'll be a little 1 hour late. He'll keep his wife waiting because he's dedicated, Work comes first because it's not like all other kinds of work. It's someone's life at stake. You can't just leave because it's your daughter's birthday or it's your own birthday. My dad has stopped celebrating his own birthday because he's so busy all the time. I don't know, this time I think we'll celebrate. Okay, that's it.
Those were some really heartfelt words that can come only from a daughter. Thank you so much for that. The dais is still open for any guests who would like to express their feelings. Dr. Tapan Hazra, sir, please, sir.
Dr. Hazra, I am related to him. Actually, Prakash is my affectionate. Though he is husband of my nephew, but still he is a friend of mine. Sometimes any difficulty, any sub problem I face, for medical purpose also, sometimes for familial purpose, that I should not mention here. So I get some encouragement. I was in a hospital in different medical college for many times. The motto of a village doctor, village born doctor. I am also from a village Anandapur. Similarly, as Prakash has mentioned, the goal was to be a teacher or after that to be an engineer, IIT graduate, and ultimately switch to medical profession. The motto of being a good doctor and a good teacher. My father was a headmaster and he made this school, Anandapur High School, and being a head teacher for many days. This is the similarity with Prakash, Dr. K Hazra. I was inspired by one of the pharmacology teacher who put me in my third year class to teach the student. So this thing is inherited by the gene. Prakash is the teacher. Whenever any of them, so many doctors have been treated, though he is not in the medical college, still he is a good teacher. I must not waste your time. The similarity, sometimes dissimilarity, sometimes dedication, always in every doctor should keep in mind that I should spare some of the thing. Professor S.T. Mukherjee was my teacher like Dronacharya. I was corner to him. That means I was not his direct disciple. He told me, Tapon, you keep some of the disciple or some of the student or some of them to be a teacher or more than you, so that when you will be not there, your presence will be on that. And Prakash has the same motto. I appreciate this thing. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. Can we have now Dr. Sen Gupta on the dais?
Good evening, everybody. We have just go through the life of a legend, and in this process, there are very few that we are the witness to these. Most of us is witness how there is becoming on the process to legends. But in the process, this is a long process, lots of dedications, lots of patience, lots of courage. And in support of that, I'm associated with him from year 1996, soon after the AMRI Dhakuria has been started. At that point of time, cardiology department was in 110 square meter of a room with a cardiology OPD. There is no conventional echocardiography machine. There is a black and white TV console associated with some probes for the echocardiography sort of thing. And he started his days from 9 in the morning, and during 12:31, after the OPD patient is over, he rushed back to the only cath lab available in the city is the VM Birla Heart Hospital to learn how to go into the intervention cardiology with some of the senior colleagues out there, and then came back to the hospital and for the OPD clinics. And we have supported his cases even in the midnight. It is almost regular phenomena. Even nowadays, my family, if I receive a call at 12 in the midnight, everybody is apprehended that is Dr. Hazra is calling, because no one in the city do any primary device closures or whatever would be the thing, and that we hours of the day. He is available the most of time, and even during the long vacation, even today, during the puja vacations, there is a 4 or 5 days holidays, we people are have some sort of fallback plan for him only. There is maybe 20 hospital in the city and the eastern region, but we know that he is the only person that who is doing the procedure during that time. And what is Ahuna is just delivered in front of you people. And I am also witness to that when he was kids. He's been in his school holidays. He used to came back. He's spending her hours in the hospital only, along with the cath lab adjoining rooms with some camel pastel colors and all, and spending in days. And he's waiting hours together to have his dad to somebody some day out or something. And most of the time, it was not happened. So hats off to these legends. And I am fortunate enough that we have been associated with the legends itself, living legends today. And in terms of the patient care, new innovative ideas, uses of the new technology. He is the first person in the city that has tried with the new innovative technology till today. Whatever has been released today, because there is a paradigm change of technology in cardiac science, but he's the first person And not only in India, he's worked as a proctor in many hospitals in all across pan-India basis. Like today is he's here. Tomorrow morning he needs to catch up a flight of 4:30 in the morning for a proctor to PD Hinduja Hospital, Bombay. He will come back to tomorrow evening, and there are 5 cases posted in the hospital. So he needs to attend that. So hats up to him, and we are praying to God that in the long run we also should have that courage, patience, and that sort of enthusiasm to treat the society. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sen Gupta, for such warm words. So I would request you to just come on stage one last time. And I would also request the solid Mankind team to come on the dais, please. So yes sir, just last thing, if we can just quickly felicitate the Mankind team who has been behind the whole initiative and who made all of this possible. Hand over the trophy also to the team. So if you can just hand over the trophy also to the team. Thank you so much, guys. It was not possible without your support. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming in such numbers and making this evening so meaningful for Dr. Hazra. Can we have a huge round of applause?
So we're at my dad's movie premiere, and I would just like to say a big thank you. And it's wonderful. It's like I didn't expect such a big event. Like when I came, I thought it was gonna be like a small movie screening, but there's a huge hall out there, and there's so many people that showed up. And I'm so proud of my dad, and I'm so proud of the people who's like always been there for him. And this is the moment that you think about when you're 20 years old and you're like, someday I'll have a huge hall to myself and all these people will be looking at me. And he's finally had that moment for himself. So I'm just really proud. And one day I will be in a huge hotel with all these people looking up to me and inspire people. And that's just my dreams and stuff. Okay.
Hello everyone. Mankind Pharma, saving lives. But how can mankind save lives without the help of doctors? And as we all know, God couldn't be everywhere, so he has sent doctors. Docflix is a very nice platform where we get to know the white coat legends, the life saviors. And one of such a life savior is none other than Dr. K Hazra, the eminent cardiologist. Today, I'm very fortunate to speak about him in just 2 lines. Sir is not just a medical practitioner, he is an institution in himself. Having catered millions of patients and saving lives, he has kept his commitment to the community, and so is Mankind Pharma. Commitment to community, man is the first priority, whether it be health service or it be cardiology, or for that matter, any genre of medical science. What we know is that we enter to learn, but we depart to serve. Thank you very much, Mankind Pharma, for having arranged such wonderful occasions to pay tribute to the life saviors, doctors. Thank you.
I happen to be Dr. Hazra's niece. My name is Prapti Hazra. This event is something which we all thought at a point of our life, because this man has done a lot of things in his life. Like my dad used to say when I was a child, he used to keep on saying about my uncle, like he's doing this, he's such a big doctor, he's helping all the poor. This event is something which is covering his entire life, and this is not going to just stay for a day or something. This is going to pass on for generations after generations, and I'm really very happy that I'm able to be a part of this event, and I could see him so closely. And I'm also working in his company also, that is Apollo Clinic, Baliganj Ferry.
So I'm learning a lot of things, like staying with him in his clinic, understanding him, and he's a very hardworking person. And through this like event, I got to know a lot about him, which I never knew it before. So I really I'm very thankful to this Mankind company who has taken this initiative to make a documentary on his life. Thank you.
The entire event was very inspiring. Getting to know Dr. K Hazra's life this closely, the struggle of that man and the level to which he rose. More of a thing which is a learning for us, that despite of being a good doctor, he is delivering his part to the humankind. And I would really be thankful for Mankind for bringing up this initiative where they are introducing lives of such doctor to normal citizens, so that we can get to know more about him and get to learn more from the initiative which they have carried out. Thank you so much.